So, I'd like to start off today with something real and something I've learned not from a book and not from a class, but from being in the trenches of leadership for years. Here it is. Teams rise or fall to the level of the environment that we create for them, not the goals that we give them, not the strategies that we give them, and not the speeches we make for them, but the environment we create for them, the energy we transpose to them, and the tone we walk in with every single day. If you've ever wondered why some teams thrive and some teams struggle, this is a huge reason why. And today we're going to dive deeper into how the environment you build as a leader becomes the energy your team carries, and how that energy transforms everything. Now, if you have known me at all out here in the real world or have ever watched another one of my podcasts, I say it a lot. Energy is everything. Your team feels you before they hear you. If I walk in frustrated, disorganized, or scattered, guess what? They pick it up immediately. But when I walk in centered, grounded, and believing in my people, it shifts the atmosphere immediately. Posture changes, engagement changes, and the pace changes. The hard truth is, teams rarely rise above the emotional ceiling of their own leaders. So if you want urgency, you have to bring urgency. If you want positivity, you have to model positivity. And if you want belief, you have to carry belief. Leadership energy is radiating, it is contagious, and it sets the emotional temperature for the entire day. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over time is that structure creates freedom. When people have clarity, when the environment is organized, and when there's rhythm and consistency, it causes confidence to rise, anxiety to drop. In turn, performance becomes steady. A well run team is not about perfection, it's about the other P word, predictability. People shouldn't have to guess what matters today. They shouldn't have to decode their leader's mood, and they shouldn't have to battle chaos just to contribute. Clarity builds confidence, and confidence builds capability, and capability builds momentum. So let's talk positivity. And I mean real positivity because sometimes people don't have the real definition of what positivity is because positivity isn't pretending that everything is fine. It isn't ignoring challenges or sugarcoating reality. Real positivity is strength under pressure. It's a leader saying, yes, the problem is real, but you know what? So is our potential. It's about believing in your people even when the moment is hard. People will fight for a leader who believes in them. They'll break through walls for someone who sees their effort and celebrates it. The words we use and the tone we choose either build the environment or they damage it. There is no neutral in that. It's black or white. Now, some people, some leaders believe it's all about the meetings. But guess what? Leadership isn't built in meetings, it's built in moments, small moments and intentional moments. Maybe it's giving a cold drink on a long day. Maybe it's breakfast sandwiches or donuts on a Saturday morning, or building a coffee or a snack station in the break room. Maybe it's team hoodies, hats, and branded gear that make people feel like they're part of something bigger. Now, these things might not be huge, but they matter. a lot more than some leaders think. They say, I appreciate you, I see you, and you matter. And when people feel valued, they give more of themselves, not because they have to, but because they want to. Those tangible touches build belonging, and belonging builds pride. And with that, pride builds performance. And that leads us straight into something just as important. Let's talk about the physical space your team walks into on a daily basis, because this part is huge and overlooked a lot. People feel the environment before they feel the culture. A cluttered space, it drains energy. A chaotic space creates stress. And a dull, lifeless space kills momentum. But a space that is intentional, a space that is clean, energized, and visually inspiring, a space that feels cared for, that kind of environment, it lifts people without even saying a word. When the music is right, when the lighting feels good, when visuals are clean, sharp, and consistent, and when the workspace feels ready, intentional, and full of pride. People rise to meet that kind of environment. And the real truth is, a well cared for environment tells your team they are worth caring for. A great physical environment doesn't just improve workflow, it builds emotional connection. It sets standards and it creates pride. It fuels energy before the day even starts. A powerful physical environment turns a workplace into an experience, and an experience into a culture, and a culture into a movement. This is leadership that most never talk about, but people feel it immediately. So the question is, how do you put this all into practice? Going to give you just a few real world tools that you can start using today. Number one, start your day grounded. Your team mirrors your mindset. Two, keep the space clean and intentional. A ready environment creates ready people. Three, add tangible touches of appreciation. Small things build huge connection. Number four, celebrate effort often, out loud. Recognition always fuels engagement. Five, be consistent. Predictability builds trust, and with trust comes performance. And number six, lead with heart. Listen deeply, encourage boldly, and believe relentlessly. Simple acts done consistently create transformational environments. Now, at the end of the day, leadership is not about managing tasks, and it's not about chasing metrics, and it's not even about making decisions. Leadership is honestly about creating an environment where people can give their best because they want to. When you build that kind of environment, when your energy and the physical space work together, when your structure, positivity, and tangible care all align, people grow, confidence grows, cultures grow. And then what happens? The results rise. And guess what? The most important, teams become unstoppable. Now, that's real leadership. That is real impact. And that's the environment only you can create. So ask yourself today, what environment am I creating? What energy am I inspiring? And what do people feel when they step into my world? Because leadership begins with the environment you build and the energy you choose to bring every day. Make great environments. And as we wrap up today, I just once again want to thank you all for supporting me and joining me on the Leadership Edge today. As you go out there, continue to lead with courage, candor, and heart. Because when you do, your legacy moves into motion. This this is the Leadership Edge, where belief becomes action and action becomes legacy. Until next time, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Joe out.